Oh God, Jesus Christ. I pity the poor fools who own these shitty little cars and the poor bastards that have to work on them. Okay, gearheads, gonna tell you straight out, I did not like working on this Ford. So there's gonna be some cursing, so tell your little kids to put their hands over their ears. But this job had to be done. This stupid PCV hose on these things, break on all of them. And this reminded me of a lot of hell I've been through working on different cars and vehicles down through the years. In fact, it prompted me enough to write an article. So more on that later. So we're going to stumble through this thing, watch the whole video, and you'll catch on some of the tips there to help you along on this horrible job. So we start off by doing the troubleshooting, and I had no idea what I was working on here. I poked around and I had a suspicion that we had some kind of PCV hose after doing a little research. Didn't know where it was. I finally found it way down underneath by squirting some stuff down in there. So I was slightly crestfallen when I saw what kind of work it was going to take care of this problem. But I'll tell you what, that did take care of the problem. So it's a job that has to be done, and once we were done, this engine ran perfect. So let's get after it. This Ford, let's go. We got to get the intake off to get a stupid hose fixed. So there's one of them. Actually, that's probably the easiest bolt of all of them to get. There's 8 intake manifold bolts. If you look down in here, you better have an awful damn good light. Like a massive one to see down in little holes and nooks and crannies. So you use a combination of different extensions and everything else to get the right length, because you got no room to work in here. You can't fit ratchets in here hardly at all or anything. So I got that one. Let's get this one out. So there's probably one further down there. All right, it looks like there's 8 bolts altogether. So we're still struggling with this one in the middle right down here, and there's that hose right there that I want the fuck out of the way. So we're going to take and go like this. Grab a hold of, we can see that it's wrapped around right through there. We're going to try to fish it out. Get it the fuck out of the way by the stupid little car. Okay, we're pulling it out. Yep. Right, now that prick's out of the way. Now it's time to get down in there and try to feel it out. Find that bolt that's down under the middle. Should be directly in the middle. Should be right down in there somewhere. So here's a tip. You can see that center bolt down in there. If you can get just the right lineup on it, you'll find it down in there. And you can shove your extension in there, and you can shove a magnet down in there and get a hold of it and get it up on that bolt so you can take it out. Same thing putting it back in, using a magnet and all of that. Here's one extension setup I used for one. And I needed that one sometimes so I could get the bolts back in, get it started with my fingers on the very end of it.
This thing is
all right. Now off comes the goddamn injectors. There's no way this is coming out. Other people seem to be able to get them out. It's not coming out of this 05 Ford Focus. So we're going to pull the fucking injectors off next. Now this comes off. Don't know what this is. If it goes on here, then there's going to have to be one over here. It's a standoff for this injection. Alright, so here's the deal. I've got this all jacked up so I can get down in there. Got the intake hanging, got the injection pulled away back over there. Let me show you down in here. Try to look at those where those holes are so you know. That one in the lower left you see down there can be gotten from underneath. These others you do from the top side. You see there's two opposing. There's one and another down the bottom. And it's the same way in here. There's 8 bolts. That one in the middle, which is right there, is the absolute worst. Now the idea is to get this here $38 hose down in there. And it's hard. It will not slide over. The hole is too fucking small. So access is very difficult. So what's the markup on this fucking 5-inch piece of hose, huh? 500, 600, 700% markup on that? God. The public continues to be ripped off in every which way. Every which way known to man. Those above us just rip us off. Alright, so there's a red thing that was screwed in right down there. I don't know what it is. No clue. Had to use this 7/8 wrench to get it out of there, and it went into this port. It fell down into this port right here. It went down into that port, and I don't know, I figured I'd fish it out. Fucking God, it's a bottomless cavern. This, God knows, I don't know what goes way the hell down there. It's gone. Whatever that thing is, it's gone. So I've got to undo that hose. I've got to undo every other damn fucking thing down under here. Figure out how this shit comes apart and get this whole thing out of here. In the end, I got to pull the whole goddamn thing out of the car. So, I unhooked all of the shit off of this thing. God, what a big hunk of junk this thing is, man. Fucking Christ. There it is. Now that this piece of shit is out of here, let's take a look at everything so you can see what things look like. I hear that thing rattling down in there. Alright, take a very close look at these bolt holes. That one. That one. That one down there. That one down there. The hard one. That one down there. One down here. That's where that piece of shit thing screws in, whatever it is. Okay, and there's your 2 top side ones. Alright, let's take a pic of that for reference. Okay guys, you're going to want to carefully clean around the injector holes and the gasket surfaces and re-lube for reassembly. Here, let's look at all of this. I finally fished that damn thing. I still don't even know what the hell it even is. Look at this mess around in here. Look at all of this down in here and down in there. All this shit. All this shit just reeks of stupidity. Shame on you, Detroit, for cobbling up a mess like this and calling it a motor. And what's up with this plastic intake manifold anyway? What is all this garbage down here? This big, huge plenum chamber. These big, long runners going way down there. I mean, there's the throttle right there. Look, there's a bunch of throttles in all the intakes too. Look at how greasy and awful those things are. God damn. So, I don't know what all the rest of this stuff is all down through here. You know, ordinarily, fuel and air comes through here, feeds into the intake right there. Simple. Whatever all this other crap is they threw in here, I have no clue. No clue what that is. Once you can get this thing in, it's plug and play. I lost the bolt down there. We're not going to talk about that one. The one on the end at the bottom. So, just bolt by bolt, slowly put it all back together. This was a real bitch, this dipstick tube. There's no room down in there for that torque screw. So I just put tape on the socket and got it in there and used magnets and got it started, and just little by little, you can't get your hand in there. So I spent an hour on it, at least an hour, and got all scraped up. But it's got to go in because it won't snap into place down below. You know, it ain't. They didn't bother to design that part in like most other cars. The O-ring snaps into place and holds it there. No, this has to be pressed down by the bracket. We had our outdoor companion, Mr. Raven, who I now believe is a Mrs. You still hungry? I already gave you one. Of course, you are a big old fat bastard, aren't you? Well, here, take another one then. Go ahead and take another one. Go ahead and grab it. Alright, there you go. Go ahead and gorge on that now. Alright, so we got this girl running. Let's take a look. Alright. There's the oxygen sensor running between 0.1 and 0.8. That's looking good. This thing still hasn't cycled through, so it's going to take a while. That's that short bank one, sensor one, short fuel trim. There's the other O2 sensors, reading good. Wow, this is doing high. Okay. This thing has a lot of other. Alright, so there you go, people. EGR evap. This is what this thing's running right now. It's warmed up, sitting in idle. Here's the rest of your readings for your information. Reading the cat, all kinds of stuff. You guys can look on your scanners and see what all this means. This is something to do with, I'm going to explain what this is. Relative throttle position. Yeah. Why does it say 0? Here's your commanded equivalence ratio, for those of you who know what that even means. The load seems high to me, 20%. This is your control module voltage. 14.5, if that's, well, 14 sounds good. And this is catalyst temperature. Bank one sensor 1. Look at 800 degrees. That doesn't seem too bad. It's not, definitely not too hot. What's this, barometer? It's fun looking through this thing. Barometric pressure is going to tell us the barometric pressure. 13.8. Nice. Okay, evap. Inches of H2O. And what does that one mean? Clear distance. Distance since diagnostic trouble codes cleared. Really, I thought I cleared those codes. It says 83 miles. Well, we're going to have to work on that. Okay, guys, here's the rest.
That's all I've got so far.
That's when you have the battery. Yeah, when you have the battery. You have the battery back then. I'm trying to clear the codes with this thing.
Oh, no. That's since I filled it up.
Oh.
That's all it's used since half a tank. You don't use
No, whatever this thing's saying.
Went 82 miles on a half a tank. I reset it at 0 when I filled it up.
Okay guys, throttle position looks high, 19 degrees, that's C-mite at idle. The math, intake air, that's about right, out, it's cold outside. Spark advance, kind of ridiculous, something going on there. I think the map looks good, the RPM is now at 720 Rs, that's better. Let's drop down, okay. And so, I like the looks of the long and short fuel trims too right here. It looks like it's doing its job. Considering as ugly as that looked, it's still running kind of cool, 177 degrees right now. I'm surprised it's not running close to 200 degrees. Water temperature. Alright guys, there we go. There's the DTC count, 3 of them. So we're going to have to find out what that is. Alright, code number 1, P0106, manifold absolute pressure. That didn't seem that bad. Alright. P0171, system 2 mean, bank 1. I'm not surprised. I'll let him drive it around. It seemed like it was surging a little bit at top speed. P2195, O2 sensor signal biased. Stuck main bank, sensor 1, okay. Well, that's what we have, so that's what we'll be working with on this thing. Good luck to all you suckers out there stuck with working on shit like this. Chuck Fasst, signing off. Sorry, car owner, but for saying that. Okay, look for my link to the article in the show notes, and subscribe if you want to see some motorsports.